Hello there, I'm Mike. I'm preparing this video for first-time real estate investors, people who are just starting off, people who are thinking about their first real estate investment opportunity. And as you would know, if you're in that position, the hardest part is getting started. So I've done some videos recently, and I'm here to try and help people who are thinking about getting involved in real estate investment for their future in the next 20, 30, 40 years, or whatever age they are. It's never too late to get involved in it, as long as you've got the capacity to borrow the money and service the loan. So my 4 reasons why you would property management your own properties. I've done it for many years, well over 30 years, and personally I've liked to do it myself. I'm a hands-on sort of person, but that doesn't mean to say everybody should do it. There's property agents out there that would do a fine job handling everybody's rental property, collecting the rent, handling issues, maintenance, etc. But the 4 reasons why I do it are, number 1 is handling the maintenance issues. Me as a property investor, if I buy the property myself and it's reasonably close to home locally, then obviously I can attend to maintenance issues. I can't fix everything, of course, but just generally handling painting, cleaning, any landscaping, any number of jobs which you might be able to do yourself if the property is close to where you live. Obviously, if it's electrical, plumbing, and if you're not a plumber and electrician, you've got to handle those things yourself, get tradesmen in, but they cost extra money. But it's so much easier when you're close to the property, and just general maintenance things can be done by yourself. It can save you a lot of money if you're living interstate or in a different county and an agent has to go out and get professional tradesmen for you. The cost difference is astronomical in this day and age. Number 2, obviously, if you're property managing yourself, there's no fees. You don't charge yourself. If you give it to an agent, generally they're about 7 to 8% fees. They'll take out of the rent to handle the rent, picking up the rent, handling inquiries from tenants, lease documents, inspections, etc., etc. If you're property managing your own property, you've got to handle all those things yourself. If you've got a very busy job and you're working many hours, property management yourself of your own properties can become very difficult, just the time consumed by it. I've done it myself because I'm self-employed, so it's given me the opportunity to have a little bit more freedom to handle inquiries from tenants, handling maintenance issues, doing inspections. I've been able to fit that in with my work schedule. Number 3 is the most important thing about property management, of course, is the tenants. Now, if you're handling the property yourself, that means you've got to advertise or handle the advertising for the tenants. You've got to check up on the tenants. You've got to check references. Basically, it's your property. It'll be your lease. You do the documentation. You pick the tenants. So it is your responsibility. It's your decision. And your investment will live or die on your ability to pick a good tenant. And if you've been in that sort of industry where you have been dealing with the public in a job that you may have had, and you've got a good knowledge of reading people and references, etc., then you might feel comfortable in doing that. I've done it myself, because I'm sitting here, I'm telling you I've done it myself, doesn't mean to say I haven't picked problem tenants. I have. I've had my fair share, and we all do. And sometimes people invest in real estate property for the first time, they get a bad tenant, and all of a sudden they lose complete confidence in their ability and the industry. And next thing you know, they're upselling their investment property. And it's the worst thing you can do, because one bad tenant doesn't mean that they're all going to be bad. You might have made a poor selection first time, and the tenant may have done a runner, may be owing money on rent, may have damaged the property, and you've just got to suck it in and prepare it, get back to the property being in good maintenance, good order, and go back and start again. We've all been through it, and you've got to do it. Number 4 is the knowledge of your local area. If you're a property manager and you've bought your own property and it's in an area which is serviceable to your own house, your own home, then your knowledge of that area will improve. As you're maintaining the property and as you're dealing with tenants and as you're doing the inspections over the years and as you're watching the real estate prices in your local area, your knowledge increases incredibly. And real estate investment, a lot of it is about knowledge. You must have the knowledge of the area, the prices, the boom times, the down times, the rental market, what's easily rentable, what's the rate going, what's the average rent in the area. There's a lot of areas, a lot of knowledge which you'll build up as you go along your real estate lifespan. So there are the 4 reasons why I personally, property management, as I said, it's not for everybody. It's worked for me. I'm a hands-on person. I like to take responsibility for my own decisions. But there are many, many thousands and thousands of real estate investors who use agents and invest in many areas a long way away from their own home, estate, county, wherever they are, and they work. But you've just got to be prepared to have higher costs in maintenance. If you have a property which is poorly maintained, it will cost you extra money if you've got to have other people organising it all for you. So there it is. I hope you get something out of that. As I said, first-time investors, people just starting off in the industry, these are the key points you must take into account. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.